Hey up, and Phil, and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Now, of course, we'll be starting off with a raid as per last episode. Yay, raids! They always happen, but this one should be interesting, as supposedly this raid should be doing something unusually clever with their tactics, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what really happens with these tribespeople. Now, as per we know with tribespeople, they don't have very good weapons, their defenses aren't good, so they have no shields for any of the melee characters. So it should be relatively easy. We just have to keep relatively easy knocking these guys down. Just the issue is you just have to worry out, be careful and worry about the rush. Just them all flooding through past the defences before we can pick them off one by one. So this should be interesting. Now, it looks like they should be getting here relatively fast. And I do suspect we won't be able to build any of the turrets or the other turrets in time. And yeah, a lot of the steel is sitting around here. So let's see how things are currently planned. So with our restrictions, we got everyone restricted to area 1. That doesn't include the turrets, so I'm considering we might do something about that. Yeah, I think for the time being, if I do we want people to try and build these turrets? No, this raid is going to be way too close. So instead, I'll let it play just for a little bit longer, and when they get a little closer, like now, I'm going to grab everyone, apart from, of course, Toxo as usual. Toxo is incapable of fighting. And we're actually going to get prepared for this raid, so this should be interesting. Now, our outside wall is still completely intact, so they should be all flooding through the top area, and of course I should be able to check anyhow. I think we checked last episode. Yeah, you're going for sandbags, improvised turrets, power switches, doors, yeah. So you're all going to be flooding in the main entrance, which is what I wanted to see. Now, the second thing that I was considering doing is... Oh, I was wondering, I couldn't spot the door, but there is actually a door here, so let's not hold it open any longer, so eventually someone will get around, walk through it or something, and it'll close itself. Which is good. And the warmth in there, the heat is 16 degrees Celsius, so it is substantially warmer. But it's still fine, we're not getting anywhere up like past 50. Once we get past 50, I might start to be a little worried. But no, okay, let's continue on the raid. Everyone should be getting over here, and time to start planning things out. Now, you guys aren't coming all over just for the sake of it. No, you're attacking a wooden wall. These wooden walls. One of the days I think I'll replace it, because it's just not turning out for us. All you guys are wooden walls and sandbags. Right, okay. I think we can pull this off. So how are we ordering people this time around? Well, like usual, we'll put our minigun people directly in the centre. We know that's worked quite well. And Fu... Gosh, I hate Fu. Fu is incapable of shooting with that gun. I'll just have to see how it goes. But Val is already over here, which is really good to see. So we'll be placing Val behind some solid defence. That should keep them relatively safe. That said, I'm not too sure whether or not they'll be able to see far enough down. That is a bit of a concern given how things are laid out now. And we'll just have to see how it goes, more or less. And melee people can always stand on the outside, and that should be... Well, actually, wait, if you've got a few extra people coming. Miniguns, you're on the outside. Falcon, I think we'll put you on the right side. You have got a nice weapon that will certainly we'll certainly be able to hit a few people with, and I guess just over here. Now, they should be flooding through now. Oh, there you are, nearly there. So I'll slow it down, and we'll start ordering the last, one or two people. So, yeah, this is good. Really happy about this. Ordering's good. We've got the melee people already out the side, and I think for the time being, I'm gonna keep Fu recruited and just place them just a little lopsided. Should do the trick. Yes. Wait a minute. What's this? Crocodile. You're not up. Did I forget to select you? Yep. I think you're the only person I missed. Let's see if we can get you down here in time. I suspect we should be fine even without you, but might as well grab everyone and just see how things turn out. So they are now flooding through the main entrance. And excellent, this is what I wanted to say. Val does actually have a shot. Actually has sight on them, so they'll be able to start shooting. And there goes the miniguns. Awesome. This is going to look very good. It's a bit of a shame we couldn't actually take down Trumpet here with some of the first shots, because they're going to start setting off all the straps, which is what I wanted to try and avoid. And there we go. Oh, Val, time to pull back. And then we send in our two melee people, Crocodile and Trado, on this side. So you're going to attack Butterfly, and Trado, you get to attack, what's that, Savexia? Hopefully that turns out, and yep, looks like we're fine there. one other person to do a bit of melee work. So Crocodile will actually get you to attack Sylvexia, which is still up. There we go, that's dealt with. And what's happening on this side now? Okay, so Grouse needs to be taken down. Oh, okay, yeah, there's still quite a few more people flooding through. This isn't looking good, is it? Okay, Orange will get you to melee attack. Bat, I think we might pull you into the front lines completely. Past the front lines. Okay, now Trader, you've just taken a shot in the back. I'm not too impressed by that, and that is a charge rifle. We know whose fault that is. Val. Okay, pulling Trader back, and that should keep them relatively safe. What about you, Crocodile? You taken a few hits? You have taken a bruise, that's fine. So who can we get you to melee next? Let's say, I guess it'll be this person over here. Galga. Galga the Weaver, who's actually hitting Bat in the back. Interesting choice, and yeah, people should continue shooting. So we'll see how things go. Oh, we have a colonist down. That's not good. I probably could have pulled Falcon back. That would be completely my fault. Now, are these permanent wounds? No, but we might still have a few... what are we calling them? I always forget the name of it for some reason. Scars, that's what they are. A few scarring, which could be a little painful. Now, Trader will get you to come back in. I think, where's that? Crocodile. Crocodile is still attacking Galga. And Bat's just above. It's a little hard to see. I kind of wish I could zoom in just a little bit extra. Okay, so we'll do that, and that should be the next person to deal with. So, let's see, Bat. Oh, I'm not clicked on Bat. Right, try it again. You get to melee the Butterfly Keeper to death. The Butterfly the Keeper to death. It's an interesting title you've got there. Where is Butterfly? Butterfly? Butterfly the Keeper. Butterfly the Keeper's already down, so why are you bothering? Bat. I'm assuming that was Bat. I don't know what's happening. Let's just play it. Oh, for a second there I thought someone died and I was getting a little panicky. No, but it looks like we're safe, so they will continue to run away, so no. I'm actually going to unrecruit people, stop them from shooting. They obviously will flee just for the time being. And we'll get poor Falcon off the ground and into a better bed. So, there we go. Done. It's not the best it could have gone, but hopefully... Oops. There's something here. Falcon is still not being hit, are they? I think you might have been. Nope, you guys are fleeing now. You got a couple of major break risks. That is expected, and you're still melee attacking Crocodile. Well, maybe we can get a few people in as well. Oops, need to keep you recruited. And who is it? Galga? You get to be attacked, and Bat will also come along and help out. This should be good. Now, who was Comorta? Comortent? Okay, you're also one of the tribals who decided to run inside the base. Not quite the direction we wanted, but we're actually going to grab someone, just recruit them, and pull Falcon back inside into a proper medical bed to be treated. On we go. And there we go. Galga's down. Unrecruit you two, which should be fine. Looks like we're safe. And yeah, Fu, come on, you can get back to work. Well, that didn't go too badly. And yeah, come on, guys. No need to run away in fear. And is this the Muffalo? Yep, that is the maddened Muffalo. People, of course, should be still restricted, which they are. So eventually the Muffalo should work its way around, which I suspect it's doing right now. Okay, cool. Speed things up and make sure people are getting treated. So Orange, unrecruit, of course. B, I have to unrecruit you. And then Falcon, yeah, a few little bits of treatment. Should be good. And it seems like I've forgotten to mark this as medical. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? No, I think that's fine for the time being. It's not inside. Oh, it is undercover, but it's not inside. So hopefully that doesn't cause too many issues. Now, we can only see. So, I wonder, who's actually going to be tending to Trado? Trado is being treated first, and do we know about Fu? Kind of wish if someone's going to be treated, you could see who's actually going to be treating them. But you can't. So, Bao, what are you doing? You're making what? Are you a doctor? Let's see who we got for doctoring. Trado, okay, that doesn't help because Trado's in bed. Crocodile, you're tending to Trado, we already know about that. And Taya, you're also in bed. How about we get you to treat Falcon? I think that's probably going to work best. Let's see, prioritize treating Falcon the Weaver? Yes, please. And obviously, I think even Taya needs to be patched up, yeah. Just one gunshot wound. We do run the risk of infection, so hopefully we get this done sometime, well, soon, as I've said. Interesting. Did you grab medication? It doesn't seem like you did. I am a little bit puzzled. Let's take a look. Needs... Maybe you have. It doesn't seem like you got it in hand. Because normally when you're being treated, you still have the medication in hand. So you didn't actually grab a medication for Falcon. I'm very sure it was in one of the listings if we could select whether or not they do. And no, they should get proper medication. So I am, of course, a little bit puzzled as to why Falcon is not receiving medication. Or maybe I just never saw it. Actually, let's watch Trado. Yeah, okay, I'm not too sure. Well, hopefully we don't get any major infections, because that's really the big thing that we're worried about. And you know, if this is a roof, this will actually collapse once the supports are removed, I realise as well. So we obviously will have to cancel those two pieces of work, and that should keep the roof there. Now, obviously we'll have to mark the roof, which is one of these buttons. Expand no roof area, like so. I think something like that should be sufficient. Yep, and there we are, the roof is being removed. Good. Unfortunately, Crocodile is still in bed and needs to be treated, but yeah. You win some, you lose some. Oh, we haven't lost them yet. What am I saying? They can be treated. Where is someone else who can treat? Say Bat. Bat, you're actually being treated. Fair enough. Actually, you just were finished being treated. So, Trader, you're going to do some cooking. How about we get you to treat Crocodile? I think that's a good first step. Or second step, because you've already treated a few people. And maybe even Taya after this, after you finish treating Crocodile. Oh, there we go. Now treat Traya. And job done. Okay, now we've got a lot of weapons and a lot of items we need to pack up. And obviously there are a few people that we could possibly capture, maybe send back, or maybe even try and recruit. Now I think our colony is already big enough as is, so let's unforbid that. That should be fine, and yep, okay, cool. So maybe we can work out something else. We could harvest some body parts, there's always a possibility. I believe they probably still have all their weapons. Oh, I mean all their body parts. You are missing a left lung, that's interesting. It's not something I've seen before on a person. Who else? I think Butterfly was the only other person down. Yeah, they're still alive. They are missing a nose. Well, that doesn't affect too much, but you will definitely be bleeding out by the end of the day. Blood also Sophia. Ooh. If we do intend to capture them, we best grab them now. So, Crocodile, unfortunately, you're going to be giving up your bed for the time being. In fact, hey, I might even grab you to actually haul the body in. And yet you've been treated, so you'll be fine to bring in Crocodile. Actually, wait, Taya. Because Taya can also doctor, which means they're over there right away. So, going to capture Butterfly, get them over to the prisoner bed, and see if they don't die on us. Now, Taya, you've actually got to treat... No, Taya, please. Don't need the door. Prioritize treating, and... Okay, you've given them no medication. Yeah, as long as they're being patched up, they shouldn't actually... bleed out. Now we have a critical illness. Okay, that's just a Butterfly. That's fair enough. It's good that we are notified about it. And yeah, it seems like we still got to continue making a few more beds with the, for people. So actually, let's please just select it, build a copy, and make another bedroom over here. This is what our intention was originally. Hell, even do we want to wait around for a medical bed? So I believe. Oh, we're not even researching that. It's in our listing though. Hospital bed. Yep. No. Oh. Well, you know, it was going to happen eventually. Okay, let's just place this bed down and take a look at these. This very long, all these series of events. So, what have we got? We've got muscle parasites in Trado. So we've got Orange, Trado, Toxo, Sparkles, and Foo. That's a lot of people who've got muscle parasites. So let's actually take a look at what their health is like and what it means. Now, it means a plus 20% in pain, minus 30 in moving, manipulation, minus 30 in moving, and 200 times in tiredness. That sucks. Now, this is going to take a while to be treated, which does mean that we probably might want more medication around. Because I don't think that what's 15 units is enough anymore. It's not. Okay, that's a real shame. And what about Galgo as well? I just realised we need to bring them inside in case they bleed out. Which is also still possibly something that could happen. Let's just bring them inside. We are in another bed. Sorry, Fu. You're actually going to... Yeah, you're going to give up your bed as well. And we'll obviously get someone else to bring them in, like Taya. I think Butterfly can hold off from the meal. Just the time being. Oh, where are you taking them? That is a little bit of a distance away. Maybe I'll give this... don't need to build a copy. I meant to unmark that for prisoner. We'll give this bed back to Fu then. I believe it was Fu's bed. And where's Fu? Fu is this line. There we go. Fu was a bed. I swear that just changed on me. Okay, maybe not. I didn't quite see that. Okay. Make sure, of course, Taya treats Galga, just so they don't bleed out. So what are you doing? Consuming potatoes? No, you're not. You're going to treat. Treat ASAP. There we are. So they shouldn't bleed out now, and obviously we'll have to just see what they're like in terms of their personality. Now, we should take a look at Butterfly. Butterfly was the first person we brought in. So, you are psychically death and heat tolerant. Well, I don't know what happens with the heat tolerant trait, if that's good in this cold biome of ours. So, minimum comfortable temperature is a +2, so that's not too good in this area. It's still workable, of course. And psychically death? Oh, well, that's really good. That's actually some good traits there. What about your personality? Well, your personality isn't fantastic. I wonder, what's cooking like? Going cooking. Cooking is a 4 with no passion. You know what? I think we're just going to let you go. It's the best thing. I think it is definitely the best thing for you. So I'm going to release you, and that's that. Now, how about Galga, the butterfly? Nope, Galga is the weaver. We must have... No one else is up here. Now, I'm very sure there was Galga the butterfly was lying on the ground there. Galga the... No. I'm getting confused very fast. Ignore that. Let's take a look at them. So, cooking, you have a very strong passion. We always need more cooks in this colony, given the amount of food and the amount of people we have. So I think we're actually going to try and recruit you if we can. Oh, 85%, that's not a challenge at all. And you've got one of the better bedrooms as well. So hopefully this turns out. So double check. We didn't actually mark them yet. Let's do chapter and recruit and just see how this goes. Really good. Oh, and proper medicine actually, in case they get sick. I know we're going to run out of medicine very... Can I? Thank you. I know we're going to run... Click. Thank you. Prisoner. Medicine. I know we're going to run out of medicine fast, so I think it is about time that we expand this area. Now, it has been producing just enough medicine for us to get by on, but maybe a second growing zone would be a good idea now. Just completely dedicated to medicine, and maybe we can sell medicine off on, or actually start producing some, because we have some some higher level medicine or better quality medicine, because you have Neuromind around. I just can't exactly recall how it's done, because I've done it before. And oh, there we go. Butterfly. Oh, Butterfly was the other person, right. So our relations have improved by 15. That's still not fantastic, so let's take a look. Yep, minus 51. So we do that, what, another... oops, what's that? Mental break? Days. So we do that another, what, 4 times? And we will be nearly positive with the relationship. Well, that's not too bad. Hopefully that turns out. So eventually we could become friends with everyone if we wanted to push it to that direction and for that long. But unfortunately, I think we'll leave that. We won't probably be considering that for quite a while until we get a lot more of these rooms set up. With that said, we can actually mine this now because the roof's been removed. So it'll give us a couple of extra components to work with, and actually, when the restrictions have been lifted to home area. That's interesting. Wait a second. Muffalo. Wasn't there a Muffalo? There was a Muffalo. There was an angry Muffalo, wasn't there? Very sure there was an angry Muffalo. What happened to that angry Muffalo? Is it that Muffalo down there and it stopped being in a maddened state? Possibly. Huh. Completely forgot about that, but it seems like things are turning out. So no, we'll let everyone back to the home zone, and that should be fine now. So everyone should start building the cable. So everyone should be building the cables now, and I think as well, given just where the power cables are, we should just be able to fix this up a little bit. Oops, so let's just select it. It's easier to select the item itself. And so you haven't built the corner area yet. We're just wondering if we could just move this in by 1, just so it's like 1 out, switch, then 1 in again. Oh well, we'll let things continue on like so. And the turret should be online in just a second. Oh, Trader has collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Now, you should have been treated, right? You have, but you just didn't actually get to a bed in time. So, Trader, whereabouts is your bed then? Let's see, Falcon, Crocodile, those are your bed. That bed's unowned, sorry. So I actually meant to mark that one for medical anyhow. So we'll do that. I think we've run out of money as well, which we have. It's the reason why the back wall here wasn't finished. It's a bit of a shame. And let's see, so Trader was the one who collapsed. You did actually have a bed, you just didn't get to it in time, or maybe we should have encouraged you to go to sleep somewhere else. Or maybe that was actually because you broke. It's probably because you broke and I wasn't looking at the event. Oh well. We'll let them be. So, given that it's roughly night time, we're going to let things be, and I will see you guys in the morning. What a lovely morning to get started on. Unfortunately, we have another wander. Now, I kind of wish there was something we could do about it, but the thing is that these people's moods aren't they aren't too bad. They normally just get onto the first little notch and then break, which is a bit of a shame. Now, there isn't much we can do about it, just the time being, until maybe we focus on more types of drugs, which I just realised. We just did the research last episode and I completely blanked out at it. It's actually not the first time I blanked out on things when it comes to what we've been working on recently. So let's take a look. Whereabouts is it? Drug lab. So we need, 8 components, 75 steel and 50 wood. Well, 8 components will be a little bit of a sticking point. There's probably more on the map that we haven't mined out yet. Hopefully. Actually, there's one other block, so actually I'll use the tool just because it's likely that there are a few blocks in as well. Some on this side of the wall, it's a little bit harder to get to, and also a little further away. And there is actually a wild wolf over here. I'm none too happy about that, because we know we've had quite enough incidents with them in the past. Okay, well, let's see, are there any other jobs we want to do? Probably get those ones over there. I think that's going to be a little harder to get to, so I'll ignore that for the time being. More steel. I think we're alright on steel as is. 356. We could use it up very fast. Yes. Okay, maybe I'll just mark this down here. I know we've got another job down here for mining steel. Oh, more components. Let's mark that one. And around this corner here. I think that's everything we want to grab. Yeah, I think for the time being, I just have to unrestrict people, which I think I'll do in a second. Let's get people sorted out first. So Falcon, you are missing a weapon, and you haven't picked up a shield. That's good. So you originally had, what was it? It was a survival rifle, but I think maybe a different weapon will suit you this time around. Say a charge rifle, assuming your shooting is good. It is. Okay, there we go. More powerful weapon, and I won't get you to just pick up the rice like you're doing already. Okay, that's good. Can't complain there, and that was a 1.3% chance on retreating Galga. It's not very high, I wonder. You're in darkness, your friend died, you ate at the table, you slept in a cold, cramped environment, and you're imprisoned. Okay, that's cramped. What about you? You're sick. Yeah, that's a trait that's going to be staying around for a while. Horace died. Yeah, that wasn't much I could do about. There wasn't much I could do about that. Low expectations. Yep. And in moderate amount of pain. Yeah, there's nothing much also I can do about that again. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on things, and maybe you should check out Fu and wonder what's going on. So you have muscle parasites. Yeah, we know about that. And, okay, so everyone's got pretty much just slept in the cold trait, and it's not helping them out. Maybe it's worth trying to funnel in some of this heat into the actual indoor area, and actually even roof it completely, sealing it in. Yeah, I don't like that idea. I think it's worth doing it. And besides, we do actually have, there we are, just on the left here, 262 blocks of sandstone around, so we can keep with the same type of material. So actually, you know, I love the fact that there's a build copy. I keep going to that. It's a lot easier to get to now. So, building walls. Where are we going to be building things? Well, around here. I believe our intention was to make a similar size room. So that was a 5, and this is a 5. Yeah, so that's what this was already designed for. Of course, we'll have to place a door, which we'll place it probably just here. Should work out fine. And onto these ones, like so. Yep, and then we got our courtyard, so I'll make sure to mark that as unroofed. Continue building these areas, and yep. Whoops, let's actually, I should have marked the door a little earlier on. Auto door, well, we could use auto doors, couldn't we? Now, we're going to stick with our standard doors, that's what we've been using. Maybe if the area is a heavily walkthrough area, I should use auto doors, something like this wooden door here. I wonder. Should be able to replace the auto door. And I can't actually click over it, and it does require 2 components. That would actually use the last of our components, so no, we're not going to do that right now. I think we can wait just a second. And yet that wall's being built, awesome. And we also need to get some doors in, so I think we'll just do sort of the same idea. All the doors lead to the main corridors instead of the access corridors, or you know, whatever you decide to call them. So let's mark this area here as the doorway, like so, and then think we still have enough sandstone around to build some of the other rooms. I don't suspect we'll be able to build this long, lengthwise room. No, I don't think we will. But that should definitely give us access to the give us access to better quality rooms. Unfortunately, these are going to be double beds. That was what the design was for, which I don't think we have any relationships anymore. Brothers, mother, brother, sister, ex-lover. No, I think we only have ex-lovers. Wife, who's dead. Okay, never mind. Ex-lover, ex-lovers. Yep. This colony is full of love. You can tell from the ex-lover status. No, so that's everything. We don't actually have any official lovers anymore. Well, maybe there's some official... There are lovers. Would that come under, like, fiancé then? Or whatnot? I don't know if there's an actual status for that. Okay, well, I think we'll ignore it. Everything seems to be turning out fine. And, of course, once more it is night time. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. That's exactly what I want to see, guys. Sparkles, Bat, you guys are excellent. Just thought I'd let you know. Same with you, Farkles. I'm getting people confused. Whereabouts are you? Who was it? Falcon. Excellent work, Falcon. Building the walls, doing everything I want to be done, and obviously we'll get rid of this room as well. This shed was in kind of an odd location. But now since we have, or we'll have the space when we finish building this area, it should be a lot better. Now, who actually broke and where did you break? Toxo, you broke. Why did you break? I didn't see that. That was my fault again for clicking out of that menu. I think it's probably pain, if anything. Let's take a look. All your bonded animal died. Yeah. Just because your bonded animal died, Toxo, does not give you the right to go beating up people. Just thought I'd let you know that. And we're going to certainly make a lesson of you. So let's get you to melee, Toxo. Toxo does have a weapon? No, Toxo can't fight. Well, can't be recruited to fight, so that should be fine. But Crocodile has a melee weapon. Okay. Crocodile, we'll get you to drop your limestone club first. Keep it forbidden for the time being, just so we get you to pick it up again after this. And you guys can just, have a bit of fun punching each other. Hell, even Stephen, I might, yes, we can grab Stephen as well. And Stephen can come around from the opposite side, or not even the opposite side to punch up Toxo. Now, Toxo shouldn't die. Nope, there we go. Which is good, which means someone will need to grab them, place them in bed, which is returned by Crocodile. Okay. There we go, that was already sorted. Actually, Crocodile, sorry. I need to equip the limestone club first, just so you don't forget it, and now you can rescue Toxo. We have to get someone to clean up the blood. I think Fu will get around to doing that. Yep, Fu's doing it. Cool. That's a really good thing that all the cleaning's being done. No one can really be complaining about ugly environments. Unless they walk into here, which admittedly is a little ugly. Now, I have actually marked this during the night time, marked this area as a no roof area, just so it doesn't get built, so we can, as I said before, make it into a bit of a garden area, which would be really nice. You know what, I probably should even mark this corridor to be roofed. That was the original intention, so expand build roof area to include, let's see if we can pull this all the way down, just to this edge. Now, it is a lot of work to get done, but at least the roofing happens very fast. Especially on 3 times speed and multiple people doing it, which unfortunately Bat just did it all. Now, oh well. So this is all officially roofed now. I'm thinking we can make some proper flooring. Now, what do we have? We have 200 slate. Well, you know what my preference to do with slate is, and that's to use it for flooring, which, excuse me else, work. Slate tiles it is, and we're going to pull it all the way up. Intention was to keep this all slate. I don't know if we're going to be using slate in the room. I think if we do the research, we can make maybe some woolen floors, which should look relatively nice. So yeah, we'll all the slate tiles all that way, and I don't know if we fill up the end with slate, because we could just end up using it for like a minor storage area. And I guess technically we can mark this area to be officially, what are we calling it? Officially slated? Not sure that's really a great word to use, slated. But Our intention, of course, as we said before, was to ground all this area and also ground the internal rooms. Now, we know that wooden tiles don't look good, so we're going to try and avoid it this time around and use some actual nice tiles. I don't know, probably marble. Really depends on what we've got most of, which isn't marble. And slate is being used up very fast. This is probably going to cost a lot of material, but should be worth it in the long run. But I think we're going to be leaving it here. Now, there wasn't much work done this episode. We are still slowly getting enough materials, stockpiling them, and using them extremely fast. But it is going to be worth it in the long run. Our colonists should be happier than ever. But I think it is starting to get time to looking at and focusing on actually building a ship and getting out of here. That's my thoughts, at least. Now, it's going to be an absolute nightmare trying to get all the material, to get everyone out. So I'm thinking maybe a few people. I don't know, it's just something to think about in the long run, because it's not going to be next episode, it's going to be in a few episodes' time. So with that, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave in the comments below. And even if you think we should try and get everyone in the colony out on a ship, or just a few people. As I said before, notify me, tell me about it. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. But, as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.